it into Euro USD, actually had a beautiful trade in this last week that banked a nice 4%. Just taking it into the weekly time frame here then, as I mentioned to you guys in a previous episode, this level just through here where the crosshair sits, 1.16, is a last stop point for Euro USD. Okay, last stop point. If price breaks below it, and if it's a spike, then that's okay. If we break below it and we more than likely close below it with 2 candles, then we're more than likely going to see trend change in direction. But if we see the dollar start to show us that downside movement, Euro USD is in for a nice continuation move to the upside, which is what I'm looking for. Look at this weekly candle. We've tapped into the area of 1.16900, 1.17 area, and we've seen price take that rejection. We're starting to see some buying pressure on the bottom of this weekly candle, which is very nice to see. Into the daily time frame here, what price action can we see happening here on the daily time frame? Well, if we just zoom in, you can see a bearish candle, indecision, bullish candle. That's our 1, 2, 3 pattern, giving us the potential morning star for upside movement. What do we see happen on Friday? A low liquidity day, very small movement because it was public holiday. Totally fine. As we now break this down into the lower time frames, we start to bring back our technicals. So got a nice move on this on Thursday last week, I believe. Yeah, Thursday last week. And it was formed just purely and simply off of exactly what I show you guys. So here we started an impulse, then we had a corrective move down here. Price after that impulsively pushed to the upside, breaking through this structure. Now on Wednesday last week, I actually did take a buy position right here, which did actually end up as a break-even trade because price reverted back to the downside, and that was a break-even. I then saw price create this liquidity just through here, where price then took this larger corrective move to the downside right here, this corrective move, and we then saw price close in balance right here. This got closed with this. We then saw price push above, impulsively break above structure, and then I had an order right here that triggered, took me to the upside, and then I closed it on Thursday afternoon because I wasn't trading on Friday and I wasn't expecting the craziest amount of movement. And to be honest with you, it was a good job that I did because I would have banked 2% rather than 4%, so I'm more than happy with the 4%. So taking this into consideration, everything on the lower time frames here aligned for this short-term buy, short-term counter trend trade. Every now and then, guys, I do go against the trend. Okay, I had some people messaging me saying, you said you never go against trend, blah, blah, blah. Guys, it's okay if I do something different, okay? Doesn't mean I'm lying to you, I just did something different. So every now and then I will go against the trend if the setup is really nice. Okay, what have we then seen happen here on Euro USD? Well, we then saw price actually here start to take a ascending corrective move. So you guys should be able to see this ascending corrective move. This formed after an impulse up. So if we get remember previously out on the gold, I remembered impulse down, descending move, then change of direction. It's the same for the opposite. So impulsive move, ascending correction, downside move, and that's what we saw here. Impulse, correction, downside move. These patterns play over and over again. It's just about reading price. It's not about the actual pattern. There's no pattern. People will call it a channel. Fair enough if you want to, but it's just purely and simply price flow. We've seen price now come back into this area here of 1.17500, which is an area that I'm interested to watch how price does start to move. There's no imbalance on the 4H time frame down here for the need for price to actually come back down into that region. We broke above these structures here. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a buy in this area around here. If we fail and we just push off, fair enough. I'm going to be looking for higher lows for continuational movement back into the area of 1.19. Now, this will be supported by the dollar index if we see that weakness next week. So I'm really interested to see whether we do get that weakness. If we do, great. I'm going to be looking at possible buys within Euro USD. Had some nice percentage off of this trade this pair last week, and we'll see if that can continue through. Weekly candles looking nice with that wick on the bottom. Daily time frame, we've got the 1, 2, 3 pattern sitting at this key 1.17 support Okay, so we're sitting at the key 1.17 support. We've got daily price action, weekly price action, weekly time frame still in an uptrend. Daily time frame could very well shift to the upside. There's quite a lot that is aligning here for the possibility of buys. So that is what I'm going to be looking for next week within Euro USD.